Hey guys, welcome back to the biggest agricultural platform in Namibia known as Ndunawe Ngombe, which means headman of cattle. I am of course Mitchell Mutumba Simata, aka the headman of cattle. So today on the 29th of June 2022, not 2021, 2022, I'm gonna do a video on aquaponics. This video here is officially gonna be video number 200 on the channel. I've officially done 200 videos on this channel. It's been a long journey, it's been a difficult journey, but thank you very much to everybody who's been supporting me by watching my videos, liking my videos, subscribing to my channel, and meeting me in the comment section, and joining various online platforms such as WhatsApp and Telegram, where we can communicate and get to know each other better on the agricultural side. I just want to say thank you very much for the support, guys. And now let's get into the video on aquaponics. Without wasting any time, let's get into it. The reason why I want to do the aquaponics video is because my good friend Ms. Guguletu Mahlangu from South Africa has always been talking about aquaponics, and I've been wondering what's up with aquaponics, what makes it so special. So I decided that today on the 29th of July, I'm doing a video on aquaponics. So let's get into it. Aquaponics is a combination of aquaculture, which is the growing of fish and other aquatic animals, and hydroponics, which is growing plants without soil. Aquaponics uses the two in a symbiotic combination in which plants are fed the discharge or waste animals such as the fish. In return, the vegetables clean the water that goes back to the fish. Along with the fish, their waste and microbes play an important role to the nutrients of the plants. This beneficial bacteria gather in the space between the roots of the plants and converts the fish waste. The roots of the plants and converts the fish waste and solids into substance. The plants can use to grow. The result is a perfect collaboration between aquaculture and gardening. Aquaponics is a big hope for sustainable crop production, aquaculture, and water consumption. The fish waste is recycled and used for plant growth, instead throwing it into the ocean. The water is recycled in a closed system, lowering the consumption of the resource. Types of system. Since aquaponics uses basically the same system as hydroponics, there aren't many differences in how the system works, except for the added fish in the water tanks, drip irrigation, flood and drain and deep culture or water submerged roots, and nutrient film techniques are highly compatible and consumable to merge with the growing fish. Importance of the pH control in aquaponics. pH is an important part of aquaculture. Setting it to a perfect level can be a bit confusing, since there are 3 living organisms to care for: your plants, your fish, and the bacteria inside the water, and each of them have a different pH need. A neutral pH from 6.8 to 7.2 is good for the aquaponic garden. Because of the fish waste, the pH will become acidic, and you will need to use aquaponic compatible pH adjusters. If the pH level is not beneficial for the system, that is too low or too high, the plants will not be able to absorb the nutrients optimally, and your fish will die eventually. It is very important to monitor the pH level daily, and to keep it within the neutral level. So monitor your pH. You don't want it to go too high, too low. Just keep it in the middle. Keep it at balance in the base. That's what you want to do. A too alkaline or too acidic pH is one of the main reasons fish or plants die, leading to the garden failure. The pH adjuster needs to be specially designed for this type of growing systems, otherwise that could harm the fish. You can find these adjusters in a local aquaponic garden supplier or in Namibia Agra or Kapagri. Another thing to keep in mind is the water hardness, because it affects how pH will behave when you try to adjust it. Sometimes it would be necessary to also take care of the water hardness when working the pH. Fish don't like sudden change in pH. So when adjusting it, try to lower or increase it slowly. So do it very slowly. Don't rush. If you rush, you kill your fish. Fish and other aquatic animals you can grow in aquaponics. Fish are the ones feeding your plants. The fish used in this type of aquaculture are freshwater fish, popular being tilapia and barramundi, because they tolerate better diverse water conditions, and they grow fast. Trout can also be used, especially for lower water temperatures. Other aquatic animals you can grow are snails and shrimps. So you can grow snails and shrimps in your aquaculture system. You can feed the fish special food you can purchase in an animal store, pet store, or in Agra. Or other foods like water lettuce and duckweeds. What vegetables you can grow in aquaponics? In a small aquaponic-based garden, your vegetables they don't need heavy. You select vegetables they don't need heavy nutrient intake. Lettuce, kelp, decorative flowers, mint, herbs, okra, spring onions, and radishes, spinach, and other small vegetables can be used. Cabbage, tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, broccoli, and cauliflower can require more nutrients and well-soaked or more advanced aquaponic system. So those are some of the things that you have to look at. At growing plants, they need acidity or alkaline water because those levels of pH can definitely harm the fish. Benefits of aquaponics. Aquaponics is a way to grow your own fish and vegetables. At the same time, you feed the fish and the fish will feed your plants through waste material. There is no need to use fertilizers because the fish provide rich nutrients for the plants. In aquaponics, less water is used for the crops. Research has shown that aquaponic gardens use about 1/10 of the water you would use for soil gardens. So they use less water than your normal gardens for irrigation or spraying with your hosepipe. Regular garden pesticides or other chemicals, these are the benefits, can't be used because they would harm the fish. So you can't use pesticides or other chemicals in your garden. This results in healthier and organic vegetables. So if you're in organic, aquaponics is the way to go. You won't experience any soil-borne diseases in aquaponics because there is no soil. So those are advantages of aquaponics. Let me just go through them again just to be clear. Aquaponics, you use less water. You use 1/10 of water. You don't need to use regular pesticides for your crops because you'll end up killing your fish. You'd result in a much more healthier garden because like I said, you're not using any pesticides and you won't experience any soil-borne diseases like nematodes and so forth. So that's aquaponics. That is the basic of aquaponics. As they said, there are different systems of aquaponics. There's hydroponics and aquaponics. Aquaponics is the plant, the fish. Hydroponics is just the plant on water. But this one, you're utilizing your fish the same way you utilize your cattle. The manure the fish releases is what you use to fertilize your plants. So it's part of smart farming. I think it's the future of farming, particularly if you're farming in an area where the soil is not the best for planting. You could do aquaponics if you want to get into, or hydroponics if you want to get into producing vegetables. Like I know in Namibia, like the country we farm in, there are some parts where the ground is good to do horticulture, and there are some parts where the ground is not good for horticulture. Aquaponics or hydroponics could be the equalizer to actually say a farmer who's deep in the Kunene, in the most stoniest areas with not so good soil quality, could end up planting and growing vegetables like lettuce, kelp, decorative okay, flowers you don't eat, mint, herbs, okra, spring onions, radishes, and spinach, and other small vegetables. This could mean that farmers in the Kunene could actually start planting things that were not being planted in the area because of the soil quality and the soil texture. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you very much for supporting me, and thank you very much for watching all my videos to the point that we reached 200 videos. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say enjoy the Friday and bye for now.